We've been in Myrtle Beach for 4 days, but we haven't really gone that far from our hotel because our hotel has so much to offer and it's just fun to stroll around at night once it cools down. So we got in the car today and right now we're driving down Ocean Boulevard, which is the main drag of Myrtle Beach along the ocean. And we're headed towards Broadway by the beach, which is the main tourist hub of Myrtle Beach. And we'll check it out. If the girls fall asleep, we'll keep driving and see what's north. And if they don't fall asleep, we'll get out and maybe ride the Ferris wheel so we can see with our eyes, see what Myrtle Beach is all about from a bird's eye point of view. There's Family Kingdom, where we went last night and the night before. The cool thing about Family Kingdom is you don't have to pay admission, so you can just go and ride one ride after dinner. It's so great because you get to experience an amusement park day every day if you want, just with, a couple bucks rather than having to pay admission.
I see that green slide.
Well, we talked about it, and we're gonna go to the Ferris wheel tonight still. It's a little later because it's not open yet.
Yeah, but I see that green slide.
Oh, that's cool, but that's not a special treat.
Oh.
But we have a special surprise.
What?
We're gonna go see a wild animal.
Ooh.
Do you want to guess what?
What?
Here's a hint.
No, we already see that. Mom.
What?
We already see that.
No, we're gonna go see new ones of this.
That's an alligator.
Yeah. Do you want to go see a bunch of alligators? No.
No.
There's a ton of stuff to do for kids in Myrtle Beach. We drove through a place called Broadway by the beach, and it had another Ferris wheel. So that's the third Ferris wheel we've seen. And it had an upside down house, and I think it was a mall, and it had shops and restaurants, and then a ton of rides and roller coasters and stuff. So that's like the third amusement park place we've seen. Big one. Anyway, we just drove through because it was nap time, but they woke up and we decided to come check out this Alligator Experience. Don't know what it is, we'll find out. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. It has the word alligator in it. We want to see what it's all about. We chose this because it sounds like something different than what we normally do. There's so many Ferris wheels and so many roller coasters here. We wanted to do something a little different. So here we are at the alligator place. All right, guys, let's go say hi to some alligators. They miss us.
What do you see?
A lot of alligators.
How many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He's eating a stick.
He's eating the stick?
Yeah. And there's a bouncy house. Wow.
Well, we walked in and there's alligators everywhere. At first I thought they were pretend, but then I saw they were moving, and then I looked a little closer and I realized they are real. There's real alligators just crawling around everywhere. Oh my gosh, I thought that was her falling. This is not a good place to play. Well, that was really fun. We saw 2 shows. We saw the Chinese alligators, and those are all like this big, so the kids could touch them and they were cute. And then we saw the alligator feeding, but we saw that from a distance, so it was just gory enough. The kids didn't really even know what was going on, so that was good. And then we saw a giant crane. It was a bird that was almost as tall as me. And we went into the serpentorium. We went to the serpentorium, and we saw all the snakes. We saw a giant snake, we saw a tiny snake.
Why is he not going like a stick?
And then we came out here and we got a popcorn snack, and now we're just hanging out.
Zabu?
Yeah.
My favorite part of this place is the kids, Lyndon and Maple, can just run around. You don't have to worry about them. You can just let them run free pretty much. I mean, there are alligators everywhere, so you have to pay attention, but you're making a horror face. But they can run around. They don't have to be strapped into the stroller. There's no cars.
I got a lot of popcorn. Look, I got a lot of popcorn. Look,
What? Well, Alligator Adventure is kind of like a private zoo, but just for reptiles and alligators and crocodiles and stuff like that. So we had a really good time, and Maple didn't fall in the water. So it was a win for us. Olive sang some of her first little words. She sang, "Ah-da, da, da, da. Ah-da, da, da, da. Ah-da, da, da, da. Da."
Wait, Lyndon, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a dress and a scarf.
What did you make the scarf out of?
Toilet paper.
We walked all the way to the big Ferris wheel. It's 2 miles away from our hotel, and we just booked it on this stroller. It was so fun. For me, it's always a treat walking outside at night wearing a tank top, because everywhere I've lived, you can't do that. So I always feel like I'm on vacation when I'm doing something like that. This whole area looks like it's under construction, like they're about to build something big. But you know what? Oh, they had that. Remember when the roads were closed and they had some big festival? So this must be an area for festivals. It was like the Carolina something or other, some kind of big fun festival. But it's over now. All right, the road's closed. We don't know if the Ferris wheel is open or not. The guy couldn't tell us. We've been walking for a really long time. So I say we just walk all the way there, even if it's closed, and then we can see it up close. Online it says it's open till midnight, but it's not moving. I can tell from here that it's not moving, so
Can you call a Ferris wheel?
I'm calling the Ferris wheel.
Lyndon,
Oh,
Mama's
it's moving. It's moving. Okay. And there's a Land Shark Bar and Grill next to it. Let's go check it out and see.
And shark.
Yeah.
Mama called the Ferris wheel, Lyndon. Mama called the Ferris wheel, and the Ferris wheel said, "No more Lyndons
Why?
on the Ferris wheel."
Why, Mama? What did she say that?
Kind of mad about it.
What?
We just walked 2 miles and now look, we're not going to be able to get through there, I don't think, unless we move the gate.
What are we doing now, Mama?
Rewind. We're backing up because we can't fit through that detour.
So we're
So close yet so far away. We have to go around. We have to go backwards and around and find the boardwalk. I didn't even know there was a boardwalk, so this is kind of cool because now we get to walk on a boardwalk. Well, we're doing some serious backtracking just to hopefully find a stroller-friendly way to the boardwalk, if the boardwalk even goes here. I don't know. But we're not giving up yet. We're gonna try a little harder. Sometimes when things seem bad at first, it turns out you get something good out of it. Okay, now we're actually on the boardwalk. Before we were just on a cement windy path to the boardwalk, but this is actually a boardwalk. This is awesome. I love it. The boardwalk is so cool. We almost missed this whole boardwalk area. We've been here almost a week and we haven't even seen it yet. I mean, we've seen so much other stuff. That's the thing. There's really so much in Myrtle Beach as far as like this kind of thing. But this is it. This is the main draw. I knew it was here. I just didn't know that there was this actual boardwalk along the beach because we haven't seen it. We drove by and you can't see the boardwalk from the street. It's an old school boardwalk and then there's shops and restaurants all along the side. And then at the end, there's a Ferris wheel. We found a restaurant on Yelp that's 4.5 stars. It's a Filipino restaurant. And we showed up here and there's no one here except for like 4 older guys drinking beer. and one lady behind the bar. Oh, and it's definitely a bar, not a restaurant. And it doesn't look like she's cooked any food all night. She says that it's a restaurant, so we saw the menu and we ordered. So we'll see what happens. It's either gonna be the best food we've ever had or the worst food we've ever had. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's just gonna be the best food we've ever had. So I've never been to a restaurant with this kind of view. This restaurant literally looks over an amusement park. And it's starting to rain. Any minute now we might have to run inside because earlier today it started to pour, like torrential downpour very suddenly. So we're just hoping it's not gonna rain. It is raining. I'm in denial, it's raining. It started raining and a man came out and put up this giant umbrella for us over the table, so we're in luck. It's gonna be really nice, I think, to eat out here in the rain, overlooking the amusement park. It's kind of special. I've never eaten out in the rain overlooking an amusement park, so this is a unique experience. The kids are loving it. Well, first he came out and he's like kind of beating around the bush. And he's like, so where are y'all from? And then he asked, so what made you decide to sit out here in the rain? And we kind of told him, and we explained that the kids really like looking at the amusement park and stuff, and it was only sprinkling. And then he went back inside, kind of puzzled, and then we were looking at each other kind of like, are we doing something weird? Should we go inside? It was just kind of awkward. But then he came out and started unfolding this giant thing, and it turns out it was a big umbrella. So that ended up being the best dinner ever. Not only was the food so good, but we were the only people here. It was like being at grandma's house or something, but with like a really young and hip grandma. After dinner, a DJ came and started playing music. It became a dance party. There was like a dance floor with lights and music and everything, and we got to dance our dinner off for a little while, and we were basically the only ones here. So it was so fun. I kind of felt like we were at a wedding. So we got our delicious food. It was the best food ever. And then one of the owners, Brandon, came out and talked to us for a while. So we got to know him, and we got to know Athena. This is Athena's. And we learned all about her kids. And then while we were chatting, a DJ was setting up inside, lights, music, everything. The whole inside became a dance club. The food was excellent. I got this really spicy salad. That was my favorite thing. We got noodles and rice and just like some really delicious stuff. I was kind of worried, to be honest, but it was like excellent.
I can't make a man.
What, Lyndon?
I can't make a
Man.
man.
Map?
Ma'am. Oh, like that policeman did to me.
Oh, ma'am?
Yeah. Remember we taught Lyndon, it's not nice to call someone lady or say hey. People say ma'am. A policeman, when he was scolding me for trying to jump into a fountain, he said, ma'am, ma'am. So we taught Lyndon about what ma'am is. Well, when we first showed up at the restaurant, we were so unsure of what to think. And then Athena came out, and we got to know her, and she talked to us and made us feel so comfortable, made us feel so welcome. And then it ended up being probably my favorite dinner out of this whole trip. So you just never know. Like, we almost left. We showed up and it didn't look like a restaurant, so we almost left. And I'm so glad we didn't. Sometimes it's just good to just lean into an experience that feels a little strange, because it could just end up being really great, and that's the perfect example of that. At the bar, the DJ was playing really loud hip-hop. I can't talk. At the bar, the DJ was
Why you can't talk?
I don't know, I forgot how. At the bar, the DJ was playing really loud hip-hop music when we first started dancing, and I love it, so I was really excited because I don't get to dance now that I'm a mom of 3 little kids. I don't get to go dancing and listen to really loud hip-hop, so I was like, yes, now's my chance. And then, so I'm dancing thinking like, yes, I'll just pretend, I'll close my eyes and pretend I'm in a club, you know? And then the next song he puts on Kids Bop, and he did it for us, and it was so sweet and awesome. But it was Single Ladies, so it was Single Ladies Kids Bop, which I could totally get down to also. So that was cool. And then Miley, so we had some Kids Bop, Beyonce and Miley. Yeah, it was a good time. The closest I get to going to a club is going to Soul Cycle.
Oh my God.
We're on the lazy river. We've gone around 3 times. Look, there's another kiddie pool there. And there's a hot tub over there. It really is something for everyone in the family. We got to do the lazy pool right now because Olive fell asleep while we were eating lunch. So she's in the corner in the stroller while we laze around the lazy river.
Kick your feet, Mama.
Kick my feet? Okay. Kick your feet.
What are we going to do, Lyndon? Now you need to hold the blue handles.
Where's the subway stop? Will you help me, Mama? Will you help me?
Spend our last night just hanging out at the hotel, at the beach. We're gonna miss Myrtle Beach, but I'm really excited to move on to Charleston too.
There you are.
Such a kind of surprise visit. We didn't plan on coming to the coast. It just happened, and I'm glad it happened.